and welcome to the Stranraer FC Live season review of 2024-2025. I'm Laurence Nelson, alongside me is Brian Martin, and this programme is produced and edited by our very own George Frank. So we'll be looking back at what has been a very eventful season at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. 3 managers, for heaven's sake, we wouldn't have foreseen that at the start of the season. During the course of the programme, we'll also be hearing from Matty Grant, Deryn Lang and Ryan Edgar. We'll bring you the highs and the lows of the season, including all the goals from all of our fixtures. But first, let's take you back in time, all the way back to Saturday the 18th of May 2024 and that fateful win over East Kilbride. A win, let's face it, without which there would have been no 2024-25 SPFL season for Stranraer. Gives them another chance to get a cross in.
Great
Angles
cross.
it into the box. Falls to Gallagher.
Grant Gallagher! Grant Gallagher! Go on, Grant Gallagher! GG has scored! The first for Stranraer! What a goal, GG! And the place erupts, Laurence. What a strike, Laurence.
Magnificent.
What a strike by GG. I can actually say this East Kilbride team are rocking.
He'll get this across.
Oh,
and
must be. Oh!
And Baldy
Oh my
misses
dear.
the chance of the game.
Oh my dear. Go on! Yes! It's
Time to score.
Craigie Rose has scored for Stranraer! Craigie Rose has scored for the Blues! Has kept him in League 2! Craigie Rose got in there, my son!
And Brian Martin echoes the chaos at Stair Park. In fact, it's Peter Weatherson getting a yellow card from Craig Napier. Who cares?
Who cares? You can give me a yellow card, ref. We are 2-1 up.
So I reckon he'll play another 5 minutes at least.
Is that right?
Oh,
honestly.
Well, look at the celebration.
Lawrence, how can he take that, mate?
Shifty was down
How
for
can
2
he
minutes.
take that, Lawrence? How can he take that, mate?
Brian Martin can't cope. Right. Too early to go to the corner, Brian. Here's Gilmartin.
Oh, he's through. Yes!
What a time to
Stranraer
score!
have won
Aidan
this game!
Gilmartin!
Aidan Gilmartin, on loan from St Mirren, has won this game for Stranraer. It's now Stranraer 3, East Kilbride 1. We have won this game now! Laurence!
Aidan Gilmartin, what a time to become a hero.
Oh!
And East Kilbride are getting into
Losing the plot
meltdown.
here.
Brian will
Losing
get
the
the big
plot.
fat kit man on again.
Losing the plot. Oh!
Yep.
Oh, there we go. And there is it! Stranraer stay in League 2. Stranraer stay in League 2. And can I say, John Hanna, Muriel Gray, Ali McCoist, Lorraine Kelly, Wally's roundabout, Kirsty Young, your boys took a half a beating.
Spot on.
Fantastic. I'm so chuffed for all the boys, Laurence. It's been a right hard season.
Do you know what, Brian? They battled and they battled and they battled.
This changes so much, Laurence. Changes so much. Brian,
We're standing actually right in front of the goal where it all happened in that second half of extra time against East Kilbride. Can you think now in the calm of a pre-match game here at the Ecogen Stadium how you felt ahead of those East Kilbride games?
Oh, I mean, I was absolutely. I could hardly sleep on the Friday night, Laurence. It was so, we knew how much it meant to Stranraer FC. We had to stay in the SPFL. I spoke to Craigie Ross here before we were doing this, and we were talking about the Baldy chance. And that has actually kept us, afloat, or still in the SPFL, because if Baldy scores that, and Craigie admitted it, we win to come back for that. We win to get the encouragement to go up the park and score. And I mean, I can still 11 months ago, but I can still see it as though it was yesterday.
Craig Ross, of course, played a very important part both games. He scored it in both games.
Yeah.
Sean McIntosh, no longer with us. Shifty scored to equalise up at the K Park.
Yeah.
We came back down here a week later. Way down the other end there, Grant Gallagher pulled off an absolute worldie of a goal to put us ahead in the home game. Right behind us here, at that far back post, is where Craig Ross headies in front, incredibly, 117 minutes in, and then Aidan Gilmartin, there's a name from last season, made himself a hero 120 minutes in by making it 3-1.
I mean, it was just seconds after the ball chance launch. You know, I mean, I think we jumped back up the park and scored. You know, and it was, I mean, it's something that, I mean, we are now on that video. You know, myself and yourself, Laurence.
You're not on it, are you?
Well, we're voices on it, should I say? And that'll be our folklore. I mean, folk will look back in that.
The best day in my football history.
And Craigie was saying he watched it the other day there. You know, people just watch it because it's such an, you know, I don't know, a game of the century for us anyway.
So Brian, just 1 month and 4 days after that game, we were back here against Larne for a pre-season friendly.
Yep.
We had Larne at home, we had Hurlford away, we had Portadown at home, but 1 month and 4 days later we were in action again. And you think what happened during the summer? I've been trying to think. We lost James Dolan, we lost Dylan Forrest up to Peterhead, we lost Ben Armour to Peterhead, and you know, Scott Agnew really had very little time to turn things around. And it's a happy new season from Stair Park.
It's good sitting here quite relaxed.
I know.
Last time I was here was all over the place.
Brian Martin was sitting here with a bottle of diazepam whiskey. Against
big, you're right. It's quite surreal to say that the next competition, Larne will be in the same competition as Real Madrid, you know.
Oh, and that's a lovely goal.
Yeah, it's a lovely goal.
Turned home.
It's Craigie Ross just a wee bit
61 minutes. Paul O'Neill gives Larne the lead. Nicely read.
Keep on side there, right? Oh, you're going to be off. Oh, the line will sell it away.
And Ryan Edgar brings
equalises
level.
for us.
Yes. Very early pre-season friendly. Full time at Stair Park. Stranraer 1, Larne 1. Welcome to Stair Park for the final pre-season friendly 2024-2025 Stranraer versus Portadown. Stranraer break. Nice from Matty Grant to Tamor.
Well done. Got man outside.
Yeah, Russell to Gallagher.
Shot away.
Gallagher shoots and scores. Nice build-up, Cameron, and a lovely finish. Full time at Stair Park. Stranraer 1, Portadown 0. So what did the friendlies let us see? Where our first look at Pazicas, Harry Brown, Kurt McKnight, who we saw scoring against Hurlford as a trialist. That was Tam Brindley and Marky Russell, and the return that we probably thought we'd never see when Paul Woods came back out for Stranraer up at Hurlford. We then came to the Premier Sports Cup, and in spite of the advert up at Starks Park, it's not a cup competition that's been particularly fruitful for Stranraer in recent years. A very good afternoon and welcome to Stair Park for the Premier Sports Cup tie between Stranraer and Ross County. Now, is he on?
He's on.
Flank certainly stayed down and that'll be a goal.
And
I'll tell you what, I'd like to see that one again. At 5 minutes in, and Jordan White scores. I think there was a shade of offside about that. He sends it into the box this time and that'll be a goal. Far too easy. Nobody picks up Jordan White. Or goes it for Lang to chase. Deryn Lang lifts it over the keeper
and
into the net.
It's Deryn Lang.
Bang,
back
bang,
in the game.
it's Deryn Lang.
Yeah, bang, bang with the goal.
James Brown cuts inside, sends it in.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Was that a James Brown goal? I'm not sure anybody else touched that.
Yep.
Full time then at Stair Park. Stranraer 1, Ross County 3. And welcome to Starks Park for the Premier Sports Cup. The League Cup in old-fashioned terms group stage match between Wraith Rovers and Stranraer. Now look at this, he's through.
Yeah.
Ball in the middle, and that's an early goal. Yeah. Mullen across the middle into Jack Hamilton. Easiest to finish his drive.
Exactly what he didn't want, Laurence.
I think that sign behind the goal up there, Brian. Wraith fruit. They grow a lot of pineapples in
Wraith
Kirkcaldy.
fruit, yes, this, Laurence, I don't
Yellow
see it.
sign.
Oh, yes.
I think they grow a lot of pineapples in Kirkcaldy.
I think there's a lot of avocados up here growing, Laurence.
It's played forward again. Edgar chases, gets the first touch.
Oh, he's in.
Ryan Edgar into Elliot Dunlop.
It's a goal!
And
It's Stranraer
Elliot Dunlop.
equalised. One each. Stranraer have equalised. The young kid on loan from Airdrie has equalised for Stranraer.
As Gibson takes the free kick, lifts it in, and it's in. And how lucky are Wraith Rovers?
Yeah. I mean, all the plaudits go to Stranraer, Laurence, without
15
doubt.
seconds remaining, full time at Starks Park. If you can hear me amongst this tannoy man, he's going to be delighted. Wraith Rovers 2, Stranraer 1.
Welcome to the Stranraer FC Live highlights package from the Premier Sports League Cup game against Stranraer against Hamilton Accies. Oh, just no strong enough.
No,
I think
flag
he's
stays
onside.
down.
Yeah. Oof, Jesus. It's a goal for Hamilton. Sad to see the boy. Let's Hamilton bring it out. Gallagher tries to get him
through.
No, he's through.
Yep, shot
There's
away.
number 2. Just a simple ball through the middle.
Gonna have
He's
a
got
goal.
a chance to go. It could be a goal, and it is a goal. Number 3 for Hamilton. Score ends Stranraer 0, Hamilton 3.
Welcome to Fourth Bank for our final Premier Sports League Cup group tie, Stirling Albion versus Stranraer. Welcome to Stranraer FC Live. Now 14 is Ewan. It's inside, Stirling coming into the Stranraer box, and that is a goal. And I'll tell you what, the defence was very statuesque there. Poor defending, and ultimately Cameron McKinley, the easiest of finishes. And Carrick is a very experienced operator. Now, problems here for Stranraer as Wright sends it through, and that's a goal. And appalling defending, you have to say.
That is unbelievable.
Adam Cummins absolutely raging at his fellow defenders there. Hughes strides forward. Lang back to Edgar. Edgar takes a couple of touches, he's going to have a shot. And it's in!
Goal.
His first touch of the game. Ryan Edgar buries it. 83rd minute, that is how it's done.
Yep. I think Mark Russell has had a right good second half.
He's had a good. That's a great
Now
ball
Tom
through.
was onside.
He's onside.
Oh, what a chance.
He's got Edgar arriving.
Oh,
And it's
a goal!
in!
Deryn
2-0, Deryn Lang!
Of course.
And you know what? It's
Deryn Lang.
it's
Bang, bang, it's got it.
It's no more than we deserve, as you said at the
you're
first
right,
one,
Laurence.
Brian.
Absolutely right.
2-2, and we will go to penalties at Fourth Bank.
An experience.
Very uncharitable home crowd as Adam Cummins takes his spot kick, and it is saved by Gaston. Oh, runs up, and that's too easy.
Another poor penalty.
That was a poor penalty. Featherstone against Pazikas, and he wins the match.
And
for
Stirling
Albion.
He's quite happy.
So Stirling Albion take the bonus point, 4-2 in penalties. Just that draw at Stirling and a loss to them in penalties meant that we finished bottom of the League Cup group. Robbie Foster came in with Tam Orr heading off to pastures new in the shape of Cumnock with Stephen Swift. We moved on to the League determining to have no repeat of season 2023-2024 with a home match against Spartans followed by a trip to face Clyde. Brian, can you remember how you were feeling after the League Cup as we went into League 2, starting it all over again?
Yeah, I thought we had a great game against Wraith Rovers. I thought we played really well. I said, well, if there's things to come, plus the second half against Allan, who were really good. I thought, well, we might do something in League 2, you know, because I think the players looked okay, as you say. The wee boy, forget his name, Dunlop come
Elliot.
in. Dunlop come in. Yep, he came in and, you know, he done really well. Mark Russell, as you say. So we knew with 2 or 3, you know, I mean, good players sign. As I say, with the bulk of last season sign.
But I thought the Wraith Rovers game gave us a bit of hope for the coming season.
Welcome to the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park for the first game of the William Hill League 2 season. Foster heads it on for Russell to
There's
chase.
a wee push again
Russell's
now.
pushed again.
Oh, she's unlucky now.
No, Russell gets it back from Lang. Plays it in for Dunlop.
Oh.
Plays it in for Lang.
Oh, it's a goal!
It's a goal!
Deryn Lang! It's bang bang Deryn Lang! For number 1 for Stranraer! We take a lead, Laurence.
20 minutes. Deryn Lang strikes. He takes a couple of steps and he'll play it forward again. Foster to get a header on. Yep. Sends it into Lang. And that's a goal!
That's a goal! Number 2 for Stranraer! It's Dunlop, Laurence.
Dunlop.
Number 10, Elliot Dunlop, has put the Blues 2 up.
And that was again nice football in the build-up, Brian.
Yep.
Elliot Dunlop with the finish. Russell with the corner.
They've got
for
2 or 3
Spartans.
big fellas here.
Yeah, that's a decent one. And that's a goal.
Oh.
And
Poor start for Stranraer.
and it comes.
Could have went anywhere. Oh dear. Second set piece, Laurence.
And you know what?
You've
Spartans so lucky to be level in this game.
You've got to feel rough touches for Stranraer there.
Stranraer 2, Spartans 2. Spartans coming back from the absolute dead. Good afternoon and welcome to New Douglas Park for the William Hill League 2 match between Clyde and Stranraer. So Connell with the free kick. And that's a goal.
Very
so
fortunate.
Unlucky.
Very fortunate.
Yeah, a rebound. I presume it's Ray Grant by the celebrations.
Yeah, very fortunate.
63.
It's come off a Stranraer player, landed right in his head, you know.
Yeah, 63 minutes.
Yeah.
Ray Grant, the rebounder, into his path, and he returns it into the net. It's a full time at the ZLX Stadium. Clyde 1, Ray Grant in the 63rd minute. Stranraer 0. So the first 2 games in, a great start against Spartans, 2 goals up, but ultimately just 1 point from those 2 opening league games, a 1-0 defeat at Clyde. Did we kid ourselves on early on? Everybody told us Clyde were favourites to win League 2. Did we kid ourselves on? Actually, those were 2 good results.
Yeah, probably, Laurence. I mean, I think we were probably unfortunate against Spartans not to pick up the 3 points.
Next up was the SPFL Trust Trophy, a home midweek tie against Bonnyrigg Rose, followed by league meetings with Peterhead, Elgin and Bonnyrigg again. Look out for Ben Hughes making his final Stranraer appearance at Bonnyrigg and the introduction of Ayr loanee Max Guthrie.
Welcome to Stair Park, or the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park as it's now called, for SPFL Trust Trophy second round action as Stranraer host Bonnyrigg Rose.
You could try and move that Bonnyrigg defensive midfield as a mistake here.
Hook shot into Deryn Lang, just gets the ball sharp on his feet there. Eric Dunlop wins it back.
Be positive.
To Mark Russell.
It's in.
Oh, it's in.
Yes!
Oh. It's the opening goal for the Blues. It's a tremendous strike from Mark Russell. Eric Dunlop this time, then swing
Back
corner.
post. Craig Ross, free header.
There it is.
Perfect. What a header. Great delivery for Eric Dunlop. Great header from Craig Ross. Once again against the run of play. But once again we're delighted with it.
Oh, just get a bit more time there.
Tell you what.
It's not a bad ball.
Right.
Oh!
He could be I think Martin Uke might be on the cover.
Oh, he's
Aye. Ooh, I think he's unfortunate there.
Martin Uke. First time
Oh,
into
he's
a bit
sharp.
of skill.
Oh, it's in.
It's in.
It's in.
It's probably the best bit of play Bonnyrigg have had. Maybe carry again. The
Space
left
that Carey's
foot,
got.
just coming into the box.
Oh no, 11th free header.
Header.
It's in.
It's in.
It's in. Oh
Oh wow! How is that not went in? Wow!
my God, who's
Craig
got that?
Ross.
Craig Ross.
That's the best goal line clearance I've ever seen in my entire life. I think every single person in the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park thought that was across the line. So we'll sign off full time from the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park. Stranraer 2, Bonnyrigg Rose 1.
Welcome to Balmore Stadium for this William Hill League 2 match between Peterhead and Stranraer. Peterhead are forward now. Pollitt sends it out to Dunn. Cuts inside, hope to get away from Matty Grant. Pokes it through.
As well. Just needs to.
And it might taken out with Smith there. And here's Max Barry. And that is a goal. And that is a fine headed finish by Seb Ross. Full time then at Balmoor, Peterhead 1, Stranraer 0. Very good afternoon and welcome to the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Elgin City. Dingwall sends it into the danger area and that's a goal. And poor defending and a set piece again.
The goalkeeper was nowhere, Laurence, I'm afraid to say.
Jack Murray heads it home, he'll not get an easier goal than that.
Yeah.
And that's 82 minutes. Murray puts Elgin ahead.
Poor defending.
McIntosh. Russell cuts inside, sends it into the box. Robertson.
Scott Robertson has scored for the Blues.
Super sub Scott Robertson.
Scott Robertson.
Full time at the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park. Stranraer 1, Elgin City 1.
Yeah, I've asked them to have a wee think about it, but I need to look at myself as well. Like, that's now 5 games we've not won a game, and we can keep saying we're unlucky. We keep saying that if you want. You said that about last season as well. We were unlucky, or this should have happened, that should have happened. It's not happening. So again, I'll have a wee think about my position in this, and if there's anything I can do to support that.
What about that goal line clearance by Craig Ross in the midweek cup game, and super sub Robbo also coming to the rescue with a late equaliser against Elgin. However, Brian, that poor display at Bonnyrigg, not for the first and last time, left us sitting 9th, only ahead of Forfar in goal difference, and ultimately I guess you could tell by Scott Agnew's body language at New Dundas Park that the Bonnyrigg defeat might have been the straw that broke the camel's back for him.
Yeah, we were really poor that day. I think Scott said after the game he'd played the wrong team, and you've interviewed him, Laurence, and he said, you know, he wasn't in a great place at the time, and well, it was Bonnyrigg right enough, but you know, I mean, it wasn't a great performance. We were really poor, but we put in some really poor performances at Bonnyrigg, probably the poorest we've seen. You know, again, we'll move forward to that later on, but I mean, we have put in some poor performances at Bonnyrigg, and again, in the end of August, it was really poor, and it cost Scott his job.
Brian Martin there with a great advert for the Midlothian Tourist Board. Well, what followed then after Aggie's departure was a period of uncertainty and mixed fortunes for Stranraer as Scott Robertson tried to turn things around.
Good afternoon and welcome to the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park for the Scottish Trust Cup third round game v Annan. Good afternoon, Cameron. It's been a quiet week at Stair Park.
Exactly, yeah. I don't think much has happened in the last 7 days, or at the very least, not much has happened that hasn't been thoroughly discussed.
Yeah, I think we talked about it, and it's no easy, and I think we just came to the conclusion Nagy's a lovely guy. Sadly, he put his resignation in, and we accepted it.
Obviously, at the end of the day, it's a results business, and as lovely as Scott was and as approachable as Scott was, unfortunately, obviously the results didn't really match up with what we wanted.
And indeed, most of the early run in this game.
Oh, goal.
Oh dear. Poor defending, got to be said again. Poor defending. That's it, that's the ball.
Yep, it's a good ball. Chance for Matty to run at him.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Can he stay up? Well done.
Must be. Yes!
Go.
Nelly Dunlop squares it for the Blues. Lovely play by Matty Grant on this side. Absolutely fantastic play by Matty Grant. This is Todd, and this he goes in, cuts inside. Oh, no. You got the ball, referee. Let's Wally Gibson steps up. And Patty Cass very, very close to it. Now Matty Grant does well there.
Yeah.
I think he's onside, is he?
Yeah, I think Craig Ross was watching the man on the near side, and then unfortunately there's nobody covering behind them.
It's quite unbelievable. The score 3-1 for Allan. I've got to say, Cameron, I really do. Oh, unfortunate. He's onside.
I think he's through this time,
He's onside. Another one for Allan.
I think that's game, set, and match, that one.
A simple ball through the middle. Smith going to have an attempt here.
So, what a strike that is.
He was allowed to run again.
He was.
You know, he was allowed to run, pick his spot. You know, 5-1 for Allan. Bad day at the office for Stranraer.
And welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for this William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and East Fife.
I see Dick Campbell in there in the East Fife director's end. Oh.
Dunlop to Russell.
It's a goal!
It's a goal! Lovely
Marky
finish
Russell
from Matt
has
Russell.
scored for the Blues, Laurence. Marky Russell.
24 minutes on the clock. Mark Russell picks his spot in the top left-hand corner of the net. And Stranraer have the lead almost out of nowhere, Brian. And he's still running, and he's still got the ball. Adam Laurence, and he gets the cross in.
Oh, must be. Oh.
And eventually, East Fife scramble that home. And what an absolute mess that was.
Yeah.
70 minutes. Who knows who scored? Here's Mark Russell in the middle. Certainly all go at the moment.
Yeah.
Russell jinks
That's
left.
Good. That's good.
Better. Gets it across to Hawkshaw.
Hawkshaw. He's got to find somebody this
Dino,
time.
he's got Gallagher to his left. Gall is well advanced here. Lifts it into the back of the
ball.
box. Here's Paul Woods. Headers it down. And that is a goal!
Yes!
Absolutely top draw goal.
Marky Russell with a brace. Marky Russell with number 2. A brace for Russell.
74 minutes. Mark Russell adds his second. Some sort of wrestling match going on in the grass bank up here.
All right. Oh, so it is. Mick McManus and Jackie Pallow.
A stramash.
Am I going too far back for you,
Saturday
Laurence?
afternoon wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mick's in the orange vest.
The chase is on. Elliot Dunlop goes off and and Monroe headers that back. And I'll tell you what, with that keeper behind them, I wouldn't be too confident. Hey, outside the box. Keeper handled that ball outside the box there.
Oh, he's
off. Red card. Yeah, he's handled it outside the box.
Wow.
Had to go.
Wow. I think somebody's going to be sent off here as well.
Yeah.
Dick Campbell's getting sent off.
And this will take another hour and a half with the behaviour of Dick Campbell, you have to say.
That's it, Laurence. That's it. The Blues are 1-2-1. Come on.
Stranraer have their first win of the league season.
What a confidence booster, Laurence. That's got to be.
And welcome to Station Park Forfar for the William Hill League 2 match. Forfar Athletic versus Stranraer. Matty Allan, and it's cut out here as Guthrie has a shot.
It's a goal! Max Guthrie with his first goal for the Blues, Laurence.
22nd minute of the game, a Forfar error at the back. Stranraer capitalise, and Max Guthrie hits that one home sweetly under Mark McCallum. Taylor cuts inside. Now, flag stays down. Stranraer wanted a flag. Watley's going to have a shot. And that's finished.
That's poor
by Nathan Cannon.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah,
that came out of absolutely nothing.
Defending wasn't great. 43rd minute. Oh, one of you speak to each other.
Two of them.
The good old-fashioned shout, one of you.
That was pretty poor.
Russell and Ekrapont falling over each other, and here come Forfar again as the result of that. And Ingalls still on the ball, plays it in. That's got to be a goal. And that's an absolute horror show by Stranraer.
It certainly was.
Blair Malcolm.
That was awful.
Easiest goal he'll ever get. 66 minutes of the game. And what a shambles at the back that was.
I'm afraid to say.
Yes. 4-2 Stranraer 1. Welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for the William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Stirling Albion.
Just away.
Ooh, Davidson swings that back at the box, and that's a goal.
Jesus.
And again, poor defending. I think it's Josh Kerr that pokes that home. 44th minute.
Dear, oh dear.
We do have a rainbow at Stair Park though. It must be raining out there somewhere.
Is there a pot of gold, do you think? It's not in the park anyway.
If there is, can somebody tell the treasurer? And it's straight into the
Would I
net.
tell you, Laurence? They'll just wrap this up with number 2.
An easy goal by Adam Brown.
Yeah.
And Stirling Albion have the easiest win they're likely to get all season.
Yeah.
Full time at Stair Park, Stranraer 0, Stirling Albion 2.
It's part of football. You should be annoyed when you lose. Yeah, I've been can't keep my temper at times and get sent off and bookings, but it's because I'm desperate to win. I want to win games of football. I don't particularly like playing football, by the way, but I like winning. That's the bottom line. It's the only reason I've played it for this long, because I want to win games. The feeling after you've won a game, for me, is a million times better than the lead up to any big game. I could care less about that. I want to come off the pitch and won the game. End of. Don't care about anything else. Not a thing. I don't sit there and think, oh, I really enjoyed that, played a couple of good passes. I think Dancer, we won 3 points up the road. That's what I think. And boys need to get that in their head.
Where do we go? You kind of touched on there in terms of the management situation. Easiest place to start. Will you be in the Stranraer dugout next week?
No. I've spoken to the club, Cosmo if you like, a couple of days ago, and just kind of made my position clear to Cosmo that I wouldn't be continuing or keeping my name in the running for the job. I think it would be more beneficial to the team and the club essentially if I could be involved as a player. I'm not saying I'm Zidane or going to change the world, but I think they need all the experience they can get in the dressing room.
Wally Gibson back in action at Stair Park as we took a bit of a doing from Allan and a fine home win over East Fife. That was the bright spot in Robbo's spell in charge. We thought maybe we'd turned a corner, only for defeats against Forfar and Stirling Albion to bring us crashing back to earth and to bring things to a head as far as Scott Robertson was concerned. In came a couple of familiar faces in the shape of former Blues midfielder Chris Aiken, assisted by his brother Stephen, another former Blues midfielder and a former Stranraer manager to boot. Their first game in charge, well, remember we'd not won an away league game since August 2023. It was a trip to Edinburgh City. Let's see that one, as well as a home meeting with Peterhead and a televised Scottish Cup tie against our old friends Threave Rovers. Chris Aiken brought in Lewis Reid and Robbie Much. Reid made his debut in Edinburgh, the same game which saw Paul Woods make his final Stranraer appearance, and Much started for us at Peterhead. Good afternoon and welcome to the William Hill League 2 match at Meadowbank between Edinburgh City and Stranraer. Stranraer, of course, no game next Saturday. It's an international weekend.
Just wonder if they maybe get a friendly arranged, Laurence, or
well,
extra training.
You would normally think maybe not, but with the new management team in, they might want to see a bit more of the guys. Fortnight after that, we've got a busy week. Sorry, a week after that, we've got a busy weekend with Peterhead at home on the Saturday, and then testimonial for
that's good.
Grant Gallagher and Scott Robertson. Here's Russell running through the middle, hits it,
it's a goal! It's in! Mark Russell, what a lovely goal, Mark Russell. Beautiful, my son. I see the long jump in front. You see a Laurence. We could have a bit of fun at half time, couldn't we?
Jarvis to Jones. Oh, Jones plays Quinn Mitchell in. And that is a very easy goal to concede again, Brian. Our old faults come back to haunt us.
That was just the runner wasn't followed, Laurence, I'm afraid to say.
Matty Grant will chase that. He's still in there. Needs to lift it back in.
Oh, must be.
And it's in! It's a goal for Stranraer!
Points, Laurence.
And some of the crowd are on the pitch.
Stranraer won the points.
93rd minute of the game. And Stranraer in the 93rd minute of the game have the goal. I'm not sure the Stranraer fans will sleep tonight. Last August was our last away league win.
Listen, I said when I spoke during the week, it's always good to get these monkeys off your back, and listen, it's great we've got a win on the road, but it's important now we go and build on that.
And welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for this William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Peterhead. It is welcome to both the Aikens back to Stair Park. Good to see them back. To McIntosh. Dunn tracks back to challenge him. Grant Gallagher plays it into the box.
Oh,
Russell. Guthrie rather.
Great
Shot
chance.
along the
Yeah.
deck by Max Guthrie.
Best chance of the game so far, Laurence.
It was indeed. Unfortunately, that one was straight at Stuart McKenzie.
Yep.
That is full
That's
time.
it, yeah.
Full time at Stair Park.
Yeah,
Well,
good.
an unbeaten start continues for Chris Aiken, Brian. Full time Stranraer 0, Peterhead 0. Welcome to Medapack for the Scottish Cup second round tie. Threave Rovers versus Stranraer. Feels a wee bit different. It's nice to have a game under the lights.
It seems very, very strange, Laurence, on a Friday night.
I imagine there'll be a few words had in the dressing room at half
Yeah,
time.
Chris Aiken won't be happy, man. Can I assure you?
Reid
That
beaten
boy
again.
just-
Reid is having a
too
dreadful
easy.
time at the back here.
Far too easy.
And that's a goal. And you have to say, Brian,
That
that's
is
been
absolutely
coming.
awful for Stranraer.
Yeah, absolutely awful at the back.
Absolutely awful for
And
Stranraer.
Dylan Kearney puts that home, the 41st minute. Here's Downey again, he's impressed. He's out and he emerges with the ball, beats Sekrapon, he's still on the ball. Lewis Downey.
Absolute nightmare. Who's it? His boy here. Look at this.
Out, yeah, Ross Irving in acres of space on the left, cuts inside, has a
That's a
shot
goal.
and scores. And again, absolutely appalling defending from Stranraer.
I've got to see Finn Ekrapont was absolutely miles
And
off.
Ross Irving, we said earlier, he
Absolutely
probably had a point
miles
to
off it.
prove. Well, he's proved his point to me, Brian. Ross Irving
This is
doubles Threeve's lead. Gallagher pokes it through. Deryn Lang turns, gets it through. He's back on the ball again. Gets it in the
Must
middle,
be.
and it's in.
That's
Ryan Edgar
gets one
reduces
back for
the
the
leeway.
Blues.
64th
Yeah,
minute
brilliant,
of the
brilliant,
game.
brilliant
Nice
play
work
for
by Deryn Lang.
Yep. That's better.
Edgar got a nice wee touch. Deryn Lang needs a bit of help. Turns and has a shot. And it's
Oh,
in! What a goal!
Deryn Lang!
Deryn Lang!
Go bang, bang, Deryn Lang! What a shot! Wow, Deryn.
And that was a
Fantastic.
finish from Deryn Lang. 78th minute. Deryn Lang brings Stranraer level.
Yeah, Gingy's looking to win it now.
Deryn Lang is away over the halfway line. Can you get the pass away? It's behind Edgar. Oh, a bit of a rammy going on here. Bit of a rammy. The referee's lost control. The referee has lost control, and a Threave player gets a straight red.
Oh dear.
To McQueen. McQueen sends it
Good
into the
ball.
box. And
Must be.
Ryan Edgar scores.
Ryan Edgar's.
95th minute
Stranraer
of
right
the
out of
game.
jail, Laurence. Completely out of jail.
Absolutely. 90 plus 5. Ryan Edgar, you have to say, robs Threave Rovers, Brian.
Yep.
And that's it,
then,
full
yep.
time at Meadow Park. And you have to say, Brian, Stranraer completely get out of jail. Brian, out of jail at Castle Douglas.
Yeah, absolutely, Laurence. I think I said turned round with 2-0, didn't I? Well, I think that's us out of the cup, but fantastic comeback. You know, Deryn's goal, of course, and Ryan scoring a double was absolutely fantastic. You know, and it was a great night actually. I mean, even though they're about seven tiers below us or something like that, whatever it is, you know, they were really good. Threave in the first 50-55 minutes, and I couldn't see us doing anything, but we turned it around and we managed to, you know, win the tie. But it was some night, and quite a lot of people were tuning in to say, well, that's Stranraer beat, you know, they're out. But we done well to turn that tie around.
Ryan Edgar, Castle Douglas, Threave Rovers away, Scottish Cup, live on television. Take us back to that game where it felt at times as if you single-handedly turned the Scottish Cup tie around for Stranraer.
One of my favourite games of the season, to be perfectly honest. My debut in the Scottish Cup on the television, can't really ask for much more, 2 goals.
And even after the game, you know, we were having a big smile. Obviously, all the Stranraer fans had a big smile looking up at that TV gantry, yourself and Deryn being interviewed by BBC Scotland afterwards. It must have all felt a bit surreal.
Yeah, it's not something I was expecting before the game, if you know what I mean. Just sort of the game finishes and you've just got one of the workers coming up to myself and Deryn like, come on quickly, you're going to be getting interviewed, and put in the spot. We're like, oh no, we've never had any experience of this before, so we're both a wee bit nervous to say the least.
Media training needed for Stranraer players. Ryan, you scored obviously twice in that game. We were 2-0 down. What were you thinking at that point? 2-0 down at Castle Douglas, probably a ground you've played on a good few times before.
That's actually the first time I've played in that park. But 2-0 down, Scottish Cup game, that's what happens in Scottish Cup. You always get the upsets, and I thought it was going to be us for a wee while. It's just one of them things. 2-0 down, you're away from home against a team who's just probably going to sit. They just sat in a wee bit because they've got the 2-goal advantage, and you've just got to go for it. And thankfully we made a couple of substitutions, and myself and Deryn sort of helped the team a wee bit, and then you get 1 goal back, and then it just gives you that bit of momentum too. And then that second goal from Deryn was unbelievable, and then the third right at the end of the game.
But even at that, 95 minutes in, you must have been mentally preparing for extra time.
Yeah, 100%. You're always hoping for a wee glimmer of hope at the end of the game, just exactly what we did get, but you can't always rely on that. So you're sort of preparing yourself for, right, you've got an extra 30 minutes of football here to play, you've just got to go for it.
So, Thrieve Cup time, is that going to be your biggest memory of the season? Anything else you could pick out?
Probably that's my number one, just because it's such a prestigious tournament. Everybody wants to score in the Scottish Cup. You always want to get as far in it as you can, if you know what I mean. That's by far my favourite moment of the season.
Very good afternoon and welcome to Borough Briggs for the William Hill League 2 match between Elgin City and Stranraer. And it goes to the back post and it eventually gets cleared. Now, the familiar face of Russell Dingwall pokes that to the far side of the box. It's an inviting ball. Ollie McDonald was up for the header there. And here is Kyle Girvan, another former Blue. Loving his Cian Leslie. He sends a good cross in, and that is a goal headed home by Jack Murray. And that, you have to say, is a disastrous start for Stranraer. 2 minutes in, needless free kick given away, and Jack Murray heads down home. A wildly spectacular half-time. A flock of geese flew over Borough Briggs, heading south for the winter, although George Frank and I were arguing, were they heading west to Inverness for a McDonald's? Because I'm not sure they were going the right direction.
Oh, that's nice.
No.
It's too easy. Oh,
that's a dive.
He's off. No. Oh, he's booking for diving.
And he's off. And he's off.
He's off, yeah.
Second booking.
Yeah.
That was a clear dive by Russell Dingwall. And the referee got that right, I'm afraid.
I have no sympathy.
Yeah. Grant steps forward.
In.
Oh, and that.
That's a great save.
You know what? When you said that was in, that was going in.
Aye.
That's a great save by Glavin.
That's it.
And that is full time at Borough Briggs. Elgin City 1, Stranraer 0. A very good afternoon and welcome to the MGM Timber Bayview Stadium for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between East Fife and Stranraer. The team's led out by the bagpipes. We go again.
It's a good ball.
It's a good one to chase.
Deryn Lang is through.
Deryn Lang is in there. Oh, and a great save.
Must be. It's a
And
goal.
it's a
for
goal.
Stranraer.
Deryn Lang's first shot is blocked, and Max Guthrie pokes home the rebound.
Yeah.
26th minute of the match. Guthrie gives Stranraer the lead. Dick Campbell is out to give some guidance to his troops. Looks a bit disgruntled, shall we say.
Yeah, he's doing a bit of swearing there, and Dick, come on. Just don't give him a sniff.
And it goes to the back post, and that's easy. Far too easy. Andy Monroe at the back post, and nobody marking him.
That is the one guy you got to mark.
Absolutely simple. 59th minute, Monroe equalises. Robbie Much sends it forward. Again, we're waiting on that ball dropping now. Brindley pokes it through. Edgar's not offside. He's onside here. Make the move in the middle, somebody. Edgar.
To go!
It's a goal!
The Blues are winning in front. Great play by Edgar down this left-hand side.
So 81 minutes gone. East Fife 1, Stranraer 2.
We've been coming more dangerous as a half-went on, Laurence, you know. We've had a couple of chances, but just got to keep the cool, Laurence.
Yep. Oh, Dick Campbell about to be dealt with. And he gets his customary booking. And this time, the referee goes for full time.
3 points for the Blues.
East Fife 1, Stranraer 2. And the fingers are gesticulated at us by the home end. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Bonnyrigg Rose. I have just spotted, of all things, a horse in the tunnel. How exciting is that? Here it comes. I presume it's the mascot. for the forces who are here today, but I don't think I've ever seen a horse leading us out at Stair Park ahead of a football match. Oof. Gets the ball away. And now
got to deal with this one.
Here.
Yep. Again, could have neither one thing or the other.
And that is a goal.
Soft goal.
I have to say, a hint of handball in the run up to that. But you know what? 11th minute, a very, very easy goal by Cameron Ross. Puts Bonnyrigg ahead. Here's Grant Gallagher on the far side. Played in. Ekrapont goes in and he's taken out.
Yep.
And it's a spot kick. And Russell beat him. Forward comes Mark Russell. And he hits it off the post. And Scott Robertson scores the rebound. But Scott Robertson, almost in the stroke of half time, on hand when Mark Russell's penalty kick hits the foot of the post. Did well in the end to get that away. It looked a bit dicey for a minute, but
I think.
And that is hard.
I thought that might be.
Torrential downpour. You can
really
hardly see the other side of the pitch here. Stranraer hemmed in at the moment. Martin sends it out to the right.
Yeah, they've got a bit of space out wide.
Cross is going to come in, and it's a goal. And an absolute sucker punch. I think it was Big Magaki. 93rd minute. Bonnyrigg steal the points, and Stranraer failed to see out injury time with 10 men. Almost impossible to see who scored there, Cameron. I think it might have been Big Magaki.
I think so. It's a good header.
Full time at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. It is Stranraer 1, Bonnyrigg Rose 2. What about that win at New Bayview? Deryn Lang and Matty Grant doing nothing for Dick Campbell's mood. He got a booking. He seems to get a card of some sort against us all the time. As for the Bonnyrigg game, a good start with a tale of two mascots. A pony on Stair Park of all things, and my wee friend Emmy Barrett, the mascot. But still frustration against Bonnyrigg, as usual.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to have a nemesis against us. Last season we were okay, Laurence, but again this season, you know, we just cannot beat them. And as I say, we've put in some really poor performance up at Bonnyrigg, and we've not been much better against them down here at times.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for the Scottish Cup, Scottish Cup rather, third round match, Stranraer versus Broxburn Athletic.
This is probably their best chance, Laurence, you know, set piece.
In comes the free kick. It's not a bad free kick, and that is an easy goal. Goalkeeper sells the jerseys.
Oh dear.
And that's headed home. No idea who scored.
The goalkeeper, I'm afraid to say.
Yep.
The goalkeeper.
Broxburn gifted the easiest of goals.
Yeah.
And it comes.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat the defenders though. Gallagher
that's it.
to Dunlop. Cuts inside. He's going to have a shot, is he?
That's a goal!
Elliot
Dunlop has got Laurence back in the game. Lovely play for Dunlop.
82 minutes. Elliot Dunlop with a lovely finish from just over 20 yards out.
Wow.
Brings the tie level, Brian.
Wow, we needed that, Laurence. We needed that.
So we will go to extra time. Yeah. Again, slack defending, Brian. Wardell gets away past Brinley. Here's Bell, turns, sends it in, and that's a goal. And again, absolutely awful defending.
The guy was by himself.
How many times have we seen that at the back post this season, Brian?
I think it's Matty Grant that just left him. He'll need one punt up the park. Yeah, that's it, Laurence. That's it.
And that is full time, and Broxburn it is who go through to the fourth round of the Scottish Cup. Simply not good enough from Stranraer on the afternoon.
I think Tiff now understands the problem he's got at Stair Park. You know, just not good enough, I'm afraid, on the day.
Teams don't score a goal against us, to be fair, they get given goals. And that's a major problem I need to go and sort.
Very good evening and welcome to Ainsley Park for this William Hill League 2 match between Spartans and Stranraer. We're back to big coat weather, aren't we?
Oh, it's absolutely frozen, Laurence. I thought it was going to be foggy tonight, but...
nah, that was Glasgow, I think.
Yeah,
it's
We're cuddling up tonight, Laurence, so we're
Absolutely,
all right,
snuggling. Oh, we've got a fox on the pitch, by the way.
All right,
A bit
George, you get
of
that?
local wildlife at Ainsley Park. Maybe he's playing in the Spartans goal tonight, that fox. So interesting. I hope he's not looking for anything to dig up in the AstroTurf.
Is he related to Rule Fox, do you think? Is he?
Patient at the back from the home side. Scott will get it away this time. He gets it out to Callum Booth on the left. Booth always available on the left for Spartans. He will get the cross in again, and this time that's a goal. And the defence just did not deal with that at all.
Wow, that was far too easy.
I think that might be Blair Henderson's first touch of the match, because I've never seen him before.
Far too easy.
18 minutes in.
I mean, you've got to. He is the man you've got to watch.
Yep. That one is booted straight back out by Craig Ross. Deryn Lang being held. Lang switches it in the middle. Good attack from Dunlop.
It's a goal!
And it's in!
Dunlop!
Great work from Deryn Lang and Elliot Dunlop. And Stranraer are level in the 34th minute.
Great work for Lang on the right hand side, Laurence. And Elliot Dunlop does the business.
Forced back a little bit, but here's Gallagher. Stranraer have got bodies forward. Russell sends it in.
It's a goal!
Topper of
Russell!
a finish from Matt Russell.
With his right foot.
40th minute. Matt Russell gives Stranraer the lead, Brian.
A collector's item for Mark Russell with his right foot. The offence, Marky.
So 2 goals in the space
strike.
of 6 minutes. And Much sends it forward again. Guthrie will go off and chase that one.
Chance.
And this time
sent off, I think. They were sent off, I would think, Laurence. I think it's a red card. Yeah, it is.
Red card for, is it the skipper? Walk.
Yep. What a chance.
Russell. And it's a goal!
And that'll wrap up the points for the Blues, Laurence. Marky Russell, absolutely no problem from the spot. Spartans 1, Stranraer 3.
And Matt Russell, 90+1 from the spot. He's second of the night and he's 6th of the season. And the points are heading down the road to Stranraer.
What a result for the Blues, Laurence. That's it, Laurence.
And that is full time at Ainsley Park.
3 points for the Blues.
Spartans 1, Stranraer 3. And on the basis of the end of the first half and the second half, thoroughly deserved win, Brian.
I thought second half were absolutely excellent, Laurence. Good afternoon and welcome to the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 clash with Edinburgh City. Grant Gallagher again there. Now Tom Brennan should win this anyway.
I think he's going to have to.
Oh, Tom. Young's win it, and eventually. Now just Tom should get him this time. That's it. He still didn't get it.
No.
What happened there? Oh, great save.
Good save.
Tom run it twice. I think it's the ground conditions are not helping the players, I've got to say. Now, Tom Brennan. Nearly. Tom should stop that. He does. Now he's looking for that. Dunlop's through here. If he can get onto it.
Yep.
It's just brilliant. Must be. What a save.
It's a good save by the keeper.
Fantastic save by the keeper. That's it. Yep. So nothing each Gammy. I think Edinburgh came for the point in the second half and they got it.
Welcome to Fourth Bank for a festive League 2 match between Stirling Albion and Stranraer. And we've got Christmas pyro on the other side.
Oh yeah.
Is it Christmas pyro or is it just Stirling Albion red pyro?
I thought you were going to say Christmas pie there, Laurence. I'm singing in the rain.
Words fail me.
Seeing it's Christmas, I thought I'd do you.
But is it the Eric Morecambe version? Craig Ross and Carrick going to battle. Crepon reads that nicely, charges forward up the channel. He's got Dunlop on his left, out left to Dunlop it goes, sends it in to Russell.
Yes!
It's a goal!
Last, Marky
Mackie Russell has scored for the Blues again.
87th minute, Mackie Russell dances into the
At
box
last.
and basically strokes that one home, Brian.
The goal the performance deserves, Laurence.
1-0.
Yep, at last.
Now, Russell, 87 minutes, and you know, there's still 3 minutes plus injuries to play, Brian. In comes the substitute. Look at the space he's getting. It comes to Grant. Goes down in a heap, the sub. Now played out. That's Foster.
So hopefully that doesn't lead to a goal.
I know, absolutely. Brown.
Yep.
And that bit corner. I don't know what Robbie Foster was doing there, Brian.
I just really do hope that doesn't lead to a goal, Laurence.
Yeah.
Because we've been quite comfortable.
Don't know what's going on in that box there. That's a goal.
I just knew it was going to be a goal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That mistake by Robbie Foster comes back to haunt us.
That led to the goal.
And Josh Kerr scores 90 plus 4.
Absolutely. That must be the biggest daylight robbery in football. I just knew it was going to be a goal.
Stirling
the
Albion.
mistake, yep.
Stirling
Absolutely. Absolutely heartbreaking for Stranraer.
It's an early Christmas present for Stirling Albion.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
And that is full
and look
time.
at that. Wow.
And that is daylight robbery, you have to say. Stirling Albion will never get an easier point than that 90 plus 4 goal.
Welcome to the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park for this William Hill League 2 clash between Stranraer and Clyde. Stranraer just not be able to keep the ball calm in this first half, I don't think. You know, can you get their foot in the ball?
Yeah, we had the flag's not gone up.
Yeah.
That's a bad miss.
What a miss
for
for Jordan Allan. I'd like to see that one again, right enough. You're not just picking up everything. Again,
just being overrun in midfield at the moment.
Yeah, they're just not looking at it.
It must be this time, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been coming, Cameron.
It has.
It
That's
really has
exactly
been
it.
coming. It's been absolutely chronic, actually. And that high ball over the top is what they're looking for Jordan Allan. You can't put a cap in it. You know, it's just been pure stuff for Stranraer. Again, Rennie will win that all day long. Oh yes, and Forster's onside. Forster's onside. Oh, he must score now. It's a penalty anyway. It's a penalty kick, and it'll be a card. Yep, he's off the park.
How quickly things could change.
Yep, it's number 3. It's Robson is sent off, and Stranraer have got a penalty. Clyde are down to 10 men, and everything's changed. Can Russell level it at 1 each? And he does! Mackie Russell level is up at 1 each. Stranraer right back in the game, and Clyde down to 10 men.
Fair play to Mark Russell as well there, because there was quite the wait between the penalty being given.
Yeah.
And the ball seemed to be on the spot for an absolute eternity. And another ball in the park.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the Clyde fans throwing the ball in to stop the play.
And fair play to the referee this time.
Yeah,
sees it's nowhere near where the play is. And that'll be that.
That's it. I mean, the referees added little stoppage time on with the time wasting of Clyde, but ends 1 each.
To the strains of Bing Crosby there, a nice 4-match unbeaten run. But Brian, we really should have taken all 3 points at the end of the year up at fourth back.
Oh yeah, I mean we absolutely battered them, you know, in that game, and we came away. How did we draw that game? And I don't know what it was like for the players, because we were absolutely devastated. You know, I mean we battered them from start to finish, you know, and they got that last-minute goal, but. We played really well that day, and I think we saved some of our best performance against Stirling Albion in certain halves.
However, our first win against Spartans and draws with Edinburgh, Stirling and Clyde, still 8th, but now consistently picking up points and making it much harder for our opponents to score.
Yeah, I mean the defence became much better. They played. I mean, Tiff got it absolutely right. I think with the defence when they came in, you know, I think that was the first bit he looked at. You know, if we don't concede, we're not going to lose games. And I mean, it's been proved we're up there with the best defences in the league.
So January brought the window, and out went Chris McQueen, Harry Brown and Mo Adam. It also heralded the arrival of Sam Kane and Josh Lane, and trialist appearances for Aaron Quigg, who then joined us. We were looking to build on that unbeaten run, but the fixtures continued to be tricky. Peterhead away in midweek. East Fife at home, then a massive bottom of the table clash at Forfar, a venue where we'd not won since Robert the Bruce was a boy. Welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and the league leaders East Fife. Now, Norrie is through, tries to thread that through. Grant Gallagher steps in.
I actually thought it was a foul on Grant Gallagher.
I think it was. If Gallagher had gone down, he might get the foul, and that's a goal. And what a lucky goal for the visitors. Took a wicked deflection. 1-0 East Fife, lucky deflection, but you have to say, as Brian said, they've had the best of the possession so far.
No, a bit fortunate, but these things, if they don't go your way, they don't go your way.
Straight back to East Fife though. Norrie will send that forward.
Not much chance there.
That's a handball.
No,
it's a clear handball.
Yeah.
Where is the whistle referee?
Yeah.
That's a clear handball.
Referee.
What a dreadful bit of refereeing that is.
Terrible. Absolutely awful.
The official might as well have given the visitors a second goal. That was a clear handball.
Terrible.
Jordan Curran does absolutely nothing about it, and it ends up with a second goal for the visitors. Absolutely appalling refereeing.
His arm's away from his body, and it's a handball.
It was nowhere near his body, Brian.
No.
Nowhere near his body.
Yeah, poor referee, I'm afraid. I mean, that's a deflected shot and a handball. How shall look Stranraer?
25 minutes in, then East Fife find themselves on Easy Street.
Yeah. I mean, Stranraer players, to be fair to them, they're not complaining much about it. I mean, we're going on about it, but they didn't notice it.
Do you know what? I don't think I've seen a clearer handball in months.
I know. That's it.
Yep. Jordan Curran signals an end to the game. Full time at the Ecogen at Stair Park. Stranraer 0, East Fife 2. Very good afternoon and welcome to Stranraer FC Live for the William Hill League 2 match at Station Park Forfar Athletic versus Stranraer. Mark Russell buys a bit of time by booting it out, but Grant Gallagher tries hard, but again the home side get the possession.
All done,
good from Brindley.
Now
sends it up to Robbie Foster. Foster plays it in the middle. Edgar will chase. Morrison trying to get rid of it. Edgar
good
digging in there.
Edgar.
Foster sends it in the middle. Gallagher headers it.
And
it's a goal! Mark McCallum got a hand to it but couldn't hold it, and Grant Gallagher's shot goes into the net, and Stranraer have the lead on the 50th minute.
Oh, well done.
And topper of a save. Double save by Josh Lane there. Keeps Stranraer 1-0 ahead. Cracking goalkeeping, Brian.
Yeah, well done by the keeper, but Stranraer defence didn't clear it, Laurence, had a chance to it. Right, come on, ref. That's it, Laurence.
96 minutes in. Let's not worry about Greg Suter. Brian, we said before the game it's the hope that kills you, but for the first time since 2014, Stranraer have won at Station Park. Brian, that long-awaited win at Forfar, our first since 2014.
Long time coming, Laurence. Vital 3 points, I think, at the time. We were down there looking for points, and really vital 3 points. And Grant Gallagher come up with the goods, and we all come away for Forfar happy that day. It doesn't happen very often, right enough, but it was a good day at the office that day.
A Bridie and 3 points. Had we lost that one by 2 goals, we would have gone 10th. As it was, suddenly we're 6 points off the bottom, and that really kick-started development for us. The squad changed slightly again with the arrival of Sean Docherty from East Fife, and Elliot Dunlop who'd returned to Airdrie following the end of his loan, returned to Stair Park. Felt, to be honest, like a new signing, but we must mention in passing the departure of Sean McIntosh, shifty. Of course, if for nothing else, will always be remembered for that goal up at East Kilbride in the playoff last year. We headed to Bonnyrigg in midweek, but Brian and I were too feared to climb that ladder to commentate from the Bonnyrigg gantry. Spartans visited us again, and for our second visit to Clyde, Brian was joined in the commentary box by none other than Bang Bang Deryn Lang.
The day I discovered I like Jaffa cakes.
Very good afternoon and welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and the Spartans. Welcome to Sean Doherty, signed on Tuesday, and welcome back to Elliot Dunlop. Good to see El back in a blue shirt. Dunlop tries to get Brinley away. That'll be launched clear with Craig and only as far as Scott Robertson. Now Gallagher facing goal, needs help. Stranraer being pushed back here. We need to get this back forward again. That's the ball. Yeah, to Mark Russell in a bit of space. Russell across to Brinley. So dragging the Spartans defence left and right. Here is Mark Russell inside the box. Sends it across. In comes Doherty.
Yeah, what a goal!
Sean Doherty.
Fantastic with Doherty.
24th minute of the game. Ball played across by Mark Russell. Doherty first times it into the net. His first home game for Stranraer and his first goal for Stranraer.
Oh, what a strike, Laurence. You know, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant strike with Doherty. It's okay.
Brinley needs to make sure this goes. In fact, it didn't go.
Tom was going to get it,
yeah, I thought he could have got there.
Don't foul him, Tom.
This is going in, and the keeper pulls off a save, and that'll be Spartan's first corner of the match.
Yeah, fantastic save, Lane.
Edgar battling away again now. That's a loose header down. Ooh, I thought Russell was just about to get to that there. Now McKnight sends it out to Matty Grant. Grant tries to pick his way in.
Ryan!
Yeah! Goal, Edgar!
Ryan Edgar seals it for the Blues.
Right on full time. Lovely ball into Ryan Edgar, and he buries it past Blair Carswell and seals the points for Stranraer. Stranraer 2, Spartans 0.
Local boy, local hero. And he gets a standing ovation for the fans, and no wonder.
Cool head from Matty Grant, and an even cooler head from Ryan Edgar. And surely now that is full time. Full time at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. 94 minutes have come and gone. Stranraer 2, Sean Docherty and Ryan Edgar. Spartans 0.
Welcome to New Douglas Park in Hamilton and today's William Hill League 2 clash between Clyde and Stranraer. Oh, a bit of coming together there. Oh, Docherty. Now, Cuddihy. Oh, lovely ball to Rennie. Oh, he's through. It's a goal. Martin Rennie. And it's the two players coming together, I'm afraid to say, on this near side. Completed, sold the jerseys. Simple goal, I'm afraid to say.
Yep, terrible goal to
against the Blues there. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I think that was Ryan Edgar there. Oh yes. Got to be. Oh dear, Ryan. I don't know what he's thinking about there. I don't know what he's thinking about. Anyway, it's 2-0 to Clyde.
I feel bad for Ryan there.
Yeah.
He's done well to actually shield the ball there.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, poor mistake. Two goals that could have been prevented, should have been prevented. But final score is Clyde 2, Stranraer 0.
What a home debut for Sean Docherty, a fantastic first time shot to bag himself a debut goal. On the other hand, Brian, Bonnyrigg and Clyde must wish they could play us every week.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know, we were talking about it earlier on. I mean, how we kind get points off them. You know, I mean, as you say, Laurence, you know, Bonnyrigg were okay last season. Again, this season we lost 3 games. And Clyde, we can't beat them at New Dundas Park. I don't know whether they're going to be next season right enough, but we just cannot beat them up there. Again, down here, you know, I mean, we should have beat them, you know, with the offside goal, which was one of the contentious decisions of the season. We had quite a lot, I must say, but that was probably the biggest one.
Our perennial battle with referees continues apace.
Next up, we faced Elgin City.
Welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for the William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Elgin City. Matty Grant shouting he should have squared it to him, but
well done.
Now that's better.
That's
Grant to Edgar. Nice ball out from Docherty initially. Now Matty Grant again. Has a go.
It's a goal! My Grant! Oh, a fantastic chip by Matty Grant! Fantastic, Grant!
67 minutes. Matty Grant, from about 40 yards out, chips the keeper. Stranraer 1, Elgin 0.
What a marvellous goal, Laurence.
And that one, Brian, was out of nothing.
You could show that in Sky Sports all weekend.
And you know what, Brian, that took an age to come down, and I was sure the keeper was getting back, he was getting back, but no, Matty Grant beat him, hook, line and sinker.
I thought it was over the bar, Laurence. That's it, Laurence. Fantastic 3 points for the Blues.
2 consecutive home wins, a fantastic 3 points. Full time at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. Stranraer 1, Matty Grant 67, Elgin City 0, our first win over Elgin this season. Matty, just about here was where you struck that wonder goal against Elgin from. So, fess up, did you mean it or was it by chance?
I did mean it, aye.
What was going through your, it's a wee while back now, but what was going through your head?
Well, at the time, obviously, we went on the break, didn't we? And it was kind of just a hit and hope, to be honest with you. It just the ball came at my feet and I just hit it and ended up getting in. It was just a bit lucky. So
Did you actually have time to see that?
Well, I had a quick look up, man, and there was like no one in front of me. So I was like, if I just hit it, it might go in. But obviously it happened so quick, so it was just one of them where it was just a quick look. I just hit it, and luckily enough it went in. So.
Well, you sure struck gold.
Yeah.
We've got to the end of the season a bit happier with the position at the end of the season than where we were this time last year.
Definitely, obviously the atmosphere's a bit better than it was last year. Obviously this time last year we kind of knew that we were going to be into the relegation playoff. Obviously we stayed up, we done the job, but this year it's been better. Do you know what I mean?
We heard from Matty Grant whether he meant that goal or not, but what it did do was put us 7th, 11 clear of Forfar, which was a great feeling following last season. Next up, Stirling Albion at home. Many felt that we owed them, and Edinburgh City away. A return to a venue where it had started for Chris Aiken, and listen out for skipper Grant Gallagher featuring on comedy and commentary even in the Stirling game. Slip of the tongue there.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for the William Hill League 2 clash between Stranraer and Stirling Albion. Oh, it landed in the tree. George will get a good view of that, I'm quite sure.
We need a big ladder to get that one, Brian.
Is Peter Crouch in the crowd? Now, Ryan Edgar's onside. He's doing well, right enough to goes to Finn.
Bodies in the box now.
Good ball.
Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal, and it's Kirk McKnight. Knighty has got the blue in front. Near the stroke of half time, and Cameron Ritchie gets the Blues in front. Cammy.
Brilliant ball in. It's an absolutely fantastic ball. It's just asking somebody to go and attack it. He gets that flick on, and Gaston's never getting anywhere near it.
Yeah, Kirk's actually adjusts so well for that. It's his chest. So he's had to adjust and then to get it past Gaston as well, who's obviously a big goalie.
Just got to really hold on to this to half time and get into the dressing room.
Let's get it clear. Well
Yep,
done.
that's it now. Oh, and there's Ryan Edgar's clear.
Squares it across to Dunlop.
Elliot Dunlop inside him.
He's got Dunlop on his own.
Must be. It's 2-0 for the Blues. Fantastic play by Ryan Edgar. And Elliot Dunlop touches it home. 2 goals in probably a minute, Cammy.
Pretty much.
2-0 Stranraer. Grant.
Brian's probably dying to hit that there as well. And he's picked him, it's superb. I think knowing Ryan, he's absolutely dying to hit that, but he just puts it in Elliot's path. Great finish. Great finish.
Yeah, great spot by Ryan Edgar to play the easy ball to Dunlop. I know you're saying, Grant, he's slick, so he's right to hit it himself, but fantastic. This is Cars. Out to Shanley on his near side. That's it, well done, Ross. Oh, a chance. Oh,
brilliant block.
Again,
away
he
yet.
blocked it again.
Save.
Oh, brilliant.
What a save.
Brilliant save for Josh Lane.
What a
Absolutely
save.
brilliant for the keeper. I see that ball still in the tree. Cammy, nobody's had a go at going up to it.
Need go gadget arms to reach it, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Just a chance for Stranraer at the other end there. Whoa, what a save again.
Particularly there where striker takes it quite early. Josh doesn't have that much time to kind of set himself.
Yeah, he was kind of backpedaling as well. He was wanting to get back towards his line, but does very well.
Now Dean Hawkshaw picks
Took
it
to
up.
the corner, probably.
He's got the corner flag. Dino, no.
Oh, nice.
Well done.
Oh, well done. Can we put the ice in the cake? Can we put the ice in the cake? We can!
Yes,
And it's Robbie Foster!
He's needed that, Robbie. He's needed that.
Dr. Foster gets his first goal, first to the Blues.
Good.
And that rounds off a great day at Ecogen. 3-0 to the Blues. Cammy.
I don't think there's anyone that's been craving a goal more than Robbie Foster.
So that's it from Stranraer FC Live. A great day at Stair Park once again, and the Stranraer Sunshine. It's finished Stranraer 3, Stirling Albion 0.
As you say, 3 points, clean sheet, goal for yourself, Christmas night out. Everything's looking good.
Yeah, everything's looking good. I mean, all we've got to do is keep looking up now, keep chasing whoever's above us. I believe they're 3 points ahead of us. We've got a game in hand, so we just keep going week after week. Don't get too ahead of ourselves, and we just look forward to next week.
A very good afternoon and welcome to Meadowbank for the William Hill League 2 match between Edinburgh City and Stranraer. Finnick report with the corner, plays it in.
Ooh, must be. And it's in! Oh, it's Craigie Ross! Craigie Ross for the corner kick, Laurence.
49th minute, the corner goes in. Craig Ross is there to nod it home. That is his second goal of the season.
Second.
So Craig Ross with a headed finish puts Stranraer ahead 4 minutes after the break.
That's it. And all over.
A fantastic win for Stranraer at Edinburgh City, and Stranraer's unbeaten run in the capital this season continues.
Absolutely.
Edinburgh City 0, Stranraer 1. We couldn't, could we? Those results left the Blues 13 points off the bottom, but only 7th behind 4th placed Elgin. Notable goals for Kirk McKnight and Robbie Foster, and what a win against in-form Edinburgh City. Surely we could now beat Forfar at home in midweek before playing the top 2, Peterhead and East Fife. Brian, what about that win at Edinburgh City?
Yeah, fantastic performance. You know, we sometimes say, I sometimes say it in the podcast, we're probably better without the ball in some games, and we were absolutely brilliant that day. You know, McKnight and Quigg in the middle of the park, brilliant, and we got the goal to win the game, and it was a good feeling again.
And welcome to the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park for tonight's William Hill League 2 tie between Stranraer and Forfar Athletic. It's better from Stranraer, just keeping the hold of the ball. I think it's going over the top now though. It's going to the far side. That's not the worst ball in the world. Oh, good ball, good first touch from Matty Grant. In behind for Ryan Edgar.
Yep. There you go.
There you go. Just I was saying on. Nice
Let's see if you get a chance. You'll get a chance.
The big goalie's not happy, and everybody else is. It's an excellent ball over the top. It's a great touch from Matty Grant, and it's a great finish from Ryan Edgar. Allan Stranraer 1-0 up. Nothing too much to report, but what we've had to report so far I'm happy with.
I mean, the threat's been pretty non-existent for Forfar.
He liked us with it, Brian. Oh, he's off.
Where's he sent off?
The Forfar player, yep. I can't see who it is.
He sent him off for that?
Yep.
Wow.
I'm deadly honest, that's a booking. From that angle up here,
absolutely.
It's a booking, yeah.
It's in.
Oh, it's a great goal, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And away, oh no, Craigie. We're going to get a chance out of this.
Oh,
no,
penalty.
No
oh my
way.
goodness. Oh my God.
I don't believe it.
Hopefully Josh Lane will make himself a hero here. Nope. No.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Listen, full credit to Forfar.
Absolutely.
10 men.
Absolutely. I mean, looking in front of us here, you can see what it means to the Forfar direct. I mean, that's like, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Gary.
Look what it means to Mark McCallum. Long-term Forfar player.
See how much it means to Mark McCallum there.
And for tonight, it's finished Stranraer 1, Forfar Athletic 2.
Very good afternoon and welcome to the EcoGen Stadium at Stair Park for the League 2, William Hill League 2 match, I should say, between Stranraer and Peterhead. Nice to see a dog on the Peterhead terracing over there. He's well positioned beside the pie shop, no doubt waiting for any scraps.
Oh, good.
Doherty digs in, ball's still loose there. Quigg has a shot and a fantastic save by Stuart McKenzie. That was close, Brian.
Yeah, good start shot by Anne Quigg.
Quigg lifts it clear.
Oh.
Nice ball played into the middle. Dunlop. Jenkins to the left. And fires over the crossbar. Outstanding opportunity for Elliot Dunlop.
Yeah, he had
to score there.
Yep.
Misses the target with a shot.
He did everything right. Absolutely everything right.
Apart from the last delivery,
Yep. Good Craigie.
Craig Ross battling. That's actually more of a booking, to be honest. Shanks again.
Shanks.
Now, a real question for the referee here.
That is a booking, actually.
That looked like a booking. Shanks has already been booked.
There you go, Laurence.
He's going now. So, injury time. Doherty slips in the mud but still gets away. He's shoved to the deck by McAllister. There was no need for that at all.
That's it, Laurence.
And that is 4 minutes injury time have come and
fair
gone.
enough. Yeah.
Brian Martin, Stranraer 0, Peterhead 0. Your thoughts on that one?
I thought it was a great performance with Stranraer, Laurence. You know, I mean, against a very, very good Peterhead side, but I thought Stranraer were immense after 3 games in a week.
And a bit of a set too. The Peterhead management team manhandling Sean Doherty here. And this is just not pretty. And where is the referee? Where is the referee in all this?
What he calm down.
And that is absolutely ridiculous. Who is that guy in the Peterhead dugout? Is he the manager? And where is the referee? We ask
dear,
again.
he's lost the plot completely. The coach has lost the plot
This
completely.
is an absolute
I'm afraid
boxing
to say,
match
yeah,
here.
he started it. He's lost the plot completely. Absolutely lost the plot
Peterhead
completely.
coach came out of the dugout and had a go at Sean Docherty.
Wow.
Officials did nothing to
Wow.
stop him. A very good afternoon and welcome to the MGM Timber Bayview Stadium for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between East Fife and Stranraer. Reid lifts that one forward.
Oof.
And
There you go.
that is beaten this time. Deryn Lang is in the box. That's a handball. That's
Penalty,
a penalty,
yes.
yeah.
You're right enough,
handball,
Laurence. That's a penalty.
Yeah.
Well noticed, Laurence. Well spotted, mate. Big chance for the Blues.
So Hawkshaw versus McFarlane, 61 minutes. And he goes.
Wee
and
ball, wee
scores!
man. And Dino puts the Blues in front, Laurence, 1-0.
Right down the middle. Dean Hawkshaw, 62 minutes.
And it's got to be said, Laurence, that lead is well deserved. Absolutely
On the basis of
well
what we've seen
deserved.
so far, Brian,
Yep.
it absolutely is. Now that one was allowed to bounce by Barr, letting Lang in.
Yes! Deryn Lang!
2-0!
Bang, bang, Deryn Lang for number 2.
64 minutes gone. Deryn Lang doubles Stranraer's lead. What a mistake by Mamadou Ba.
And that's now a big cushion for Stranraer.
A lovely finish by Deryn Lang, Brian.
It was, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Laurence. His pace has been causing them trouble all day.
As Sam Kane sends that forward. Relive headers that one, but McKnight lifts it towards Foster. Nice
Ryan
touch, Deryn Lang
onside.
is in. Deryn Lang is in.
That's a bang, Deryn Lang for the double, and Stranraer win the game.
85 minutes, Deryn Lang gets his second of the afternoon.
He's 5-0.
Lovely finish. Bang,
He's
bang, bang,
5-0,
bang, says the
Stranraer
Stranraer
3.
chairman.
Bang, bang, bang. What a performance for the Blues.
I know there were a lot of changes made.
And that's
but
it, Laurence.
That is absolutely it, Brian
Fantastic.
Martin.
Fantastic.
Full time at the MGM Timber Bayview Stadium. East 5-0, Stranraer 3. Deryn, take us back to a Saturday afternoon at New Bayview when the then league leaders, East Fife, were pretty much tamed by yourself.
Right, it was a good performance. Good team performance, Laurence. I think that's twice we've actually beat them up there now, and then you get. In fact, we beat them down here at the start of the season as well.
9 points out of 12.
9 points out of 12, and I think that's very good against the league leaders. So we're on to a winner there.
And the 2 goals, we've been arguing whether your first goal or your second goal was better. The first one, from memory, the ball came through and you just turned and hit it. The second one, I think you said to me that before when we talked about the second one that you didn't actually see it going in.
No, I didn't actually see it going. Obviously, I thought the 2 goals were actually quite good, but the second goal I didn't see it again because I'd been nudged by the centre back, so my face was basically an astroturf. As soon as I hit it, I just seen the ball bouncing back off the net, and then I thought the first one was actually much harder than the second one, to be honest. I don't know, it just all happens so quickly, and I prefer that when it happens during that game.
So you want to play East Fife every week, basically?
I'm going to mind it, man. I'll see how much goals I get each season. I'll play East Fife all the time, right?
Listen, we can't talk to you without also mentioning a special goal Friday night, Castle Douglas against Three Rovers in the Cup. Let's be honest, we looked dead and buried at one point in that tie, but my goodness, you sure brought us back into the tie. We're spectacular.
Well, obviously coming off the bench, obviously you want to try and make an impact off the bench. I was quite glad that I could do that. Obviously, in the way that happened, obviously is really good. Obviously I set up the first goal for Ryan, second goal obviously worldie. I don't think I'll ever do that again, but that's got a special place. I'll probably remember that for the rest of my life now, Laurence. But the third goal hit the post, and obviously Ryan was there for the tap in, but that's what the strikers are there for, isn't it?
And I take it that night, going back up the road late, getting home, it was straight into watch a replay on the television.
Well, I must say I watched it a good few times on the bus. I did watch it a good few times, and obviously all my friends text me about it. I think I had quite a few messages from everybody, people watching it, people mentioning me on Facebook, Instagram. So I watched it a good few times before I get in, and then obviously I watched it on repeat when I get in anyway. And then obviously, in fact, not even just the 2 days, I watched it on repeat. I'm still watching it. I was watching it actually last night. I was watching it last night actually as well.
Highlight of the season, would that be it, or anything else you'd pick out?
It's either that or between the Scottish Cup on the Friday or the East Fife. I quite liked the first time I played East Fife as well. Unfortunately, I didn't score that day, but I got man of the match 2 times actually when I've played against East Fife. But I'd probably go for the Scottish Cup goal, to be honest.
Bang bang. Brian, we talked about Bonnyrigg and Clyde wanting to play us every week, but boy, East Fife have also struggled against us this season. Remember when we beat them 3-0 at New Bayview? They were the league leaders.
Yep, I mean, a lot of people maybe disagree with me, but that secured our, in the division. We're on to 37 points with 7 games to go. You're just down there getting relegated unless your form goes off the cliff, and it's harsh right enough. But I knew we were safe when we beat them. Up there, that was us. In SPFL 2 again.
Also a point against Peterhead and some lovely handbags after full time. And fair play to Forfar for their smash and grab in midweek, and what a celebration at the end by Mark McCallum. That showed what it meant to Forfar.
Yeah, he's been here a long time, and that I think he thought the 3 points would get them back up the table and challenge for that 9th spot, and he was right. I think that maybe turned the table for that win at Stair Park.
Next up, Forfar and Clyde at home, followed by another trip to the capital to face Spartans. Welcome to highlights of the William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Forfar Athletic. You had calculated how many? We're up
I think
to
about 22.
20
I think it's 22, Laurence.
Fair play to them. Their team's bottom of the league.
Absolutely.
They're battling for their SPFL lives. We know how that feels. Fair play to the fans for coming on this long trip. We had the same trip to Forfar, second last game of last season, and it didn't end well for us. Aims it at McLean. McLean certainly gets a touch. Brindley then into action. McLean comes out with the ball. Sweeney Rowe will get the cross in. And did Rodden keep that in the park?
Hard to say.
Comes out.
Must have done.
Slater. Sweeney Rowe lifts it over Brindley to Slater. Stranraer need to be aware of this at the back post here. McKnight headers it out. Now space for the shot, and that's a lovely finish.
Greg Slater.
You have to say by Alec Ferguson.
Ferguson, was it? Sort of
yeah, 51st minute. Stranraer just did not clear that box.
Didn't clear it.
Really Watley goes straight into action. Ekrapon sends it long. Foster goes off in the chase.
Oh, what a save!
Oh, the miss by Guthrie. That was a real chance to get a point for Stranraer.
Chance to get a point.
Foster unlucky. Guthrie just could not get that on target.
And that's it, Ron's.
Reid needs to get this forward.
Yeah,
that's easy.
Yeah,
and that is full time. Fantastic 3 points for Forfar. Full time at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. Stranraer 0, Forfar Athletic 1.
Welcome to the Ecogen Stadium for today's League 2 match between Stranraer and Clyde.
I think there was the groundsman out and then a fair few volunteers as well, just kind of doing what they could to make sure that the pitch was going to get the go ahead, and albeit 15 minutes late, it looks like we're going to get a game. Busting a gut.
Maybe just a bit far out.
You can get the cross. That's handball. Handball every day of the week, referee.
It's a penalty for Stranraer.
Took his time.
It's a penalty to Stranraer. A handball by one of the Clyde players. And Smart Russell goes up to take the penalty. There's a goal! Marky Russell, 1-0 for the Blues from the resultant penalty. Cammy.
Keeper guessed right, but just beyond them into the bottom right corner. Fair play to Mark Russell, because obviously, as we said, he was waiting and he was waiting and he was waiting, and finally steps up to slot the ball home. You see there straight away 5 Clyde players into the Stranraer half.
Yeah, they're going for it. Yep. Of course, that'll suit Stranraer.
They've got to in this situation as well.
Yeah. Oh,
that's never a foul.
It's a signing off as well.
He's played the ball in that situation. Where is he meant to put his leg after the tackle?
I know. Absolutely ridiculous referee. Absolutely. Not a great day for Marky Russell after all. But I know for me, ref. Where's the player supposed to put his foot? Again, the shout.
He's clearly played the ball. It's certainly going to make for an interesting last 10 minutes or so now.
Yeah, very, very poor for the referee.
Oh, straight in.
Yeah. Great goal, but then he got his head. Sam Keane hasn't a save to make all day.
No. to the back post. It's not away yet. It's in.
Goal for Clyde.
It's in.
Unbelievable. Rennie again. Absolutely unbelievable. I think you could say that is a smashing grab. 2 shots on target for Clyde, 2 goals. Absolute smashing grab. So the final score is here. A very, very sad Echo-Gen is Stranraer 1, Clyde 2.
Welcome to Ainsley Park for the William Hill League 2 match between Spartans and Stranraer. Oh, and Russell looked offside there, I have to say. I'd like to see that one again. Great block by Sam Kane with his legs. I thought there was a hint offside there, Brian, against Russell.
It's very hard to tell for you.
Yeah, we're at the wrong angle, I suppose. Oh, must be. Yeah, and a really, really easy goal for the home side. I'm not sure if it was White or if it was Brogan Walls. But
came for the first chance and never cleared it, Laurence.
Yeah, 35 minutes in, Spartans have the lead. Walls collapses, he's not getting a free kick though.
Well done, man.
Dunlop plays in. Oh, and a wee shove there on Dunlop.
It's a goal now! It's Max Guthrie, I think.
Guthrie.
Yeah, Max Guthrie.
Finishes off Elliot Dunlop's opening move.
Good play with Lang to Dunlop, and then Dunlop across. Goalkeeper couldn't do anything with it, and Guthrie equalises.
I'll tell you what, it's a good spot with Guthrie following up, Brian.
Yeah.
Now McKnight will go back to taking the throws on the right. In goes Hawkshaw. Robertson pokes it across to
just too much. Yeah, I thought it was
everybody left it there for Preston. Now here comes Spartans. 29 is Stowe, the substitute. He's in lots of space. Here's the other sub, and that is a nicely worked goal. The 2 substitutes combine 1-2 with Stowe and Preston, and Stowe strokes it home. A lovely goal for the home side, you have to say. 80 minutes played.
Bit disappointing, Laurence.
Ends up then at full time. Spartans 2, Stranraer 1. It's the hope that kills you, and after that hope, 3 straight defeats killed off any talk of catching the top 4 for a playoff. But it was increasingly obvious, Brian, that we wouldn't be getting caught any time soon by the team at the bottom, who by this stage were Bonnyrigg.
Yeah, they've been top for Clifford Thompson Stranraer. I think they've had 2 points for 11 games, a possible 33. So I mean, that is big time relegation form or Club 42 form, and that is what they're showing, I'm afraid.
So safety secured, and down to the final 4 games of the season. Stirling Albion away, Edinburgh City at home, a trip up to face Elgin at Boroughbriggs, and a final home match against struggling Bonnyrigg Rose. Good afternoon and welcome to Fourth Bank for the William Hill League 2 match between Stirling Albion and Stranraer. I'm Laurence Nelson, alongside me in commentary today Cameron Ritchie. Brian Martin not here. The last we actually heard, quite worrying, he's stuck at the top of the Wallace Monument. Shanley into the path of Walk.
Worked out well for him.
Shanley, that's worked out really well. Lewis Reid blocks their path initially. Scott Robertson
done well,
does really well, robs them. Elliot Dunlop hears off up the left.
A bit of a chance of a break here.
Yeah, cuts inside McNabb.
Elliot may have to go it alone. He does.
And he scores!
Yep.
Elliot Dunlop rifles a shot home from 20 yards out. 42nd minute. Cameron, that was a finish.
It seemed to come out of absolutely nothing. It seemed Elliot was making his way towards the centre of the pitch, but Stirling had a few men back.
Mackenzie Carse with the free kick about 30 odd yards out, and it goes. And Kane spills that, and there's real danger here.
It's going to bounce
and
in.
That's in.
It's an absolute mess
and
of a goal.
That was an utter shambles at the back, you have to say, Cameron. Not quite sure what went on there, but the keeper dropped the ball, and that gives Stirling Albion as cheap a goal as you're going to see this afternoon. 24 is Grant. It goes away over to the other side.
Oh, I thought Elliot was going to cut
it looked
that
like
out.
He was going to get it, but it's actually James Graham.
A chance to get the ball in.
Now, Reid loses out, and that's a goal. And again, really, really poor defending. And that again, a really easy goal. Stirling Albion have a lead that they scarcely deserve.
Keeper's getting closed
Kane
down.
Took far too long to get that out.
This could be the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
totally
absolutely.
Clear.
Yes. And that one, I'm afraid, is down to Sam Kane. total indecision, and Ryan Shanley in the 5th minute of injury time says to Stranraer, thank you very much, I'll take that one. And incredibly, Stirling Albion have had 3 chances in the game and they find themselves 3-1 up yet again. An absolute disaster at the back. And I suspect a few words are going to be had in the Stranraer dressing room after this one. We're here at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park for this afternoon's William Hill League 2 match between Stranraer and Edinburgh City.
Yeah, that's good for McKnight. Docherty with a chance to run with. Oh, it's good change.
Nice ball to
certainly
Ekrapont
was.
from Docherty. Here is Ekrapont, that was Russell, of course. Guthrie. Ooh. Deryn Lang gets a touch on it. Kurt McKnight. Docherty's there.
The ball.
Yep. Docherty goes past Mitchell, sends the cross in. Guthrie.
What's a goal? It's Max Guthrie.
43rd minute. Max Guthrie.
Yeah, somersault, Max. There we go.
In front. And Guthrie bags his 5th goal of the season.
Yeah, it was a lovely downward header, Laurence.
Now, good. Guthrie does well to bring that down.
Certainly did.
Russell feeds it through to Lang. First touch. Oh, and it's in!
Goal! Bang, bang! Deryn Lang with number 2.
49th minute, and City's defence lets that one slip through the net, and Deryn Lang makes it 2-0.
Good perseverance for Lang. Gets his rewards. 2-0 to the Blues.
That's it.
Full time at the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. Stranraer 2, Max Guthrie and Deryn Lang. Edinburgh City 0. We're here at Borough Briggs for the William Hill League 2 match between Elgin City and Stranraer. Stranraer's last away game of the season. So in comes the corner. Russell Dingwall, and that is a topper of a finish from Dingwall, Brian.
It's another free header, Laurence. Yeah, that's 3 or 4 free headers. Tiff won't be hurry.
He won't be happy, the manager. Russell Dingwall heads Elgin ahead, 35 minutes, and that was a great finish from Russell Dingwall.
Yeah, it was, but another free header, you know, that's I think that's the 3rd free header they've had in the box, Laurence. Oh, it's a poor ball.
Yeah, poor choice by Ryan.
Yeah.
Here's Golding. Robertson races back.
Yeah.
And Deshaun Golding gets away from all 3 of them.
Out of the play.
Yeah, he did. He turns and he scores. And that is possibly a goal of the season contender from Deshaun Golding. 41st minute in. Top finish from Golding, who's lost his shirt. And that will be a yellow card for the celebration and for the fact that his shirt's come off.
Fantastic solo goal by Golding, but all came for the poor pass for Ryan Edgar, I'm afraid, Laurence. That set them up with the attack. But it's a good play, good goal by.
Count can boo all the light. The minute you take your shirt off, you're getting a yellow card.
Yeah. I mean, Golding beat three players in a move.
Took 3 of them out, as you say, and a top draw finish. And as I say, I don't know what Elgin's goal of the season is, but surely that's a contender on the second last day of the season.
He done well.
And Stranraer with a work cut out now. Elgin need the points, and they're off to a great start. You have to say.
Yeah.
Now, McDonald is in, pokes it through, and that's a goal. And Mark Gallagher puts Elgin on easy street. 3-0, 83rd minute.
It was game, set, and match any before that long, so I thought it makes little difference to Stranraer.
It's Elgin City 3, Stranraer 0. Very good afternoon from the Ecogen Stadium at Stair Park. We are here for the final game of the William Hill League 2 season. Stranraer versus Bonnyrigg Rose Athletic. Bonnyrigg, of course, big game for them this afternoon. Brian, good afternoon to you. How are you?
Afternoon, Laurence. Yes, sunny Stranraer. Absolutely
it's
fantastic.
Lovely, isn't it? By the way, it's absolutely Baltic in the stand, as usual. Some things never change. So we restart with the free kick for the visitors. And it comes. He headers that into the danger area. Out comes Ekrapont to the rescue. Guthrie does well rather. Feeds Elliot Dunlop, he hails off up the left. Mailer's in front of him, he squares it. Guthrie, and he pulls the shot just wide of the far post. That was a lovely move, Brian.
I was laughing at the Bonnyrigg defenders flailing behind Dunlop. He left him for speed, Laurence. I don't see many of these boys now with the tops off, Laurence. Have they passed away with
exposure? I'm not seeing anything about the sign that he's behind, Brian. But I'll tell you what, he has to be a bit of a character to go out topless in a day like this.
Oh, good.
Guthrie goes off to chase. Can he keep this in? Mailer does really well there. Digs back in.
There.
Curry out to Murphy. That's played forward. Further forward for Ross to chase. Ross gets away from Reid. Makes headway. And that's a goal. Has to be a goal. Lovely finish by Aaron Arnott. Puts Bonnyrigg ahead.
I think Lewis Reid's got to take the blame for that, Laurence.
And the advertising boarding's over there taking an absolute doing from the Bonnyrigg fans. However, Arnott puts them in front.
Probably against the run of play, Laurence.
74 minutes. Scott Robertson replaced by Tam Brindley.
As I say, Laurence, Scott Robertson absolutely correct himself at 37-year-old.
Peter Stewart says he's had enough. Bonnyrigg get the win. They've done what they had to do. They now wait on the final score from Station Park. Forfar have drawn, and Bonnyrigg are Club 42. We thank our players for the season. We've had some lows, some great highs as well. And on behalf of all at Stranraer FC Live, thank you for watching and enjoy the summer.